Everyone, good morning, and thank you for joining us today for our UCLA Global Internship Program info session dedicated to programs in Berlin. My name is Ana Arellano, and I'm the coordinator for these programs here at the UCLA Study Abroad office. So we have a very short presentation with a lot of important information for you today. So we're going to briefly review our program in Berlin as well as the eligibility. We have a very brief video that describes the placement process as well as the timeline of what to expect. We have our team here from Berlin speaking a little bit more about interning in Berlin as well as what it's like to live there. So we'll speak a little bit more during the presentation and as well as some program funding options, and we'll conclude with the Q&A. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns throughout the session, feel free to use the Q&A function as well as the chat. So just a very brief overview of our Berlin program. You can expect to intern on this program. Ooh, I have my computer froze. Sorry about that. There we go. I don't know why it's freezing. Let me go to any other slide. Oh, I have technical difficulty. Everybody give me one quick second. Oh, there we go. Okay, worked. That's a very brief overview about Berlin. Like I mentioned, you are expected to intern on this program for 8 weeks. The exact dates for this program are June 22nd through August 17th. This is an academic credit only internship, which means it is not paid. And in order to receive that academic credit, you will be enrolling in an online course for a total of 10 weeks. This will follow summer session A here at UCLA, and the dates are June 24th through August 30th. All students are expected to enroll in an internship course of 195, depending on the academic track that you enroll in, and we'll speak a little bit more about that shortly. You may enroll in 195C or 195CE. Depending on the academic catch as well, you may or may not be able to satisfy major or minor requirements, and whether you are or these requirements are able to satisfy, it will be indicated on the individual program page. We do have the option for students to enroll in an additional 4 units for a total of 8, and this would be enrolling in the CSC 130 course. This is an intercultural communication in the global workplace course, and it's really meant to complement your internship, develop skills to communicate effectively with your supervisor, with your local colleagues. So just really want to enhance that internship experience. Once again, this may or may not satisfy major or minor requirements, and all that information is available on the individual academic page on the brochures, on the program pages. It is an optional course. However, for our students interested in using their UCLA financial aid to cover the cost of the program, you are required to enroll in both the internship course and the CSC 130 course. All interns are expected to intern 32 hours per week. And I do want to make a brief notice as well. For our students interested in the economic track, you will have weekly mandatory lectures from local industry professionals. And then we'll probably speak a little bit more about this throughout the presentation. For our Berlin program, we do have academic tracks, but these are our UCLA partnerships that we have with departments on campus. So that includes the communications department, economics, political science, and public affairs. Our economics and public affairs academic tracks are strictly for majors and minors within the department only. Our communication and political science programs, though they're geared toward these departments, they are open to all majors and all minors at UCLA. Within these career sectors, we offer economics and law. So something that you are interested, each program page will have a little bit more about what to expect about possible internship placements. And I can show you where you may reference that shortly. Eligibility criteria, depending on the academic track that you enroll in, there could be major and minor restrictions as well as course prerequisites. I would again just encourage you to check out the eligibility criteria within each individual program page, as it does differ per academic track. However, all students are required to have a cumulative 3.0 GPA, as well as having 90 units by spring 2024. The 90 units, we do accept transfer and AP credit. So as long as you have these 90 on your record before spring 2024, you do qualify for the program. I do also want to make a brief note for our students that perhaps are joining UCLA as a first year or as a transfer student. You may not have a GPA just yet. However, you're still welcome to apply. We will consider your fall term GPA in the winter quarter. So please still submit your application. A last requirement is having good academic standing. This typically is having a 2.0 term GPA. So as long as you meet these requirements, you are eligible to participate in our program. We have a very brief video explaining a little bit more about the placement process, what to expect once you submit your application, as well as when you may expect to have that internship secured. So we're going to go ahead and just put play, and then we're going to go ahead and learn a little bit more about the process.
The UCLA Global Internship Program. Placement process and timeline. The Global Internship Program offers UCLA students the opportunity to gain a competitive edge in the job market with an 8-week international summer internship. Students receive direct UCLA credit and secure an internship based on their academic, professional, and personal goals. After an application is submitted, the student will interview with our program partners in the host country to assess their qualifications, experience, goals, and discuss possible internship placements. In January, after an extensive review, students are notified of their application status. If accepted, they must submit a non-refundable $300 deposit to secure their spot on the program. In February, students must pay the full program fee or submit a financial aid agreement form. This payment is used to finalize and secure all program logistics, such as housing. This is also the last chance to withdraw from the program without any additional financial penalty. Starting in April and moving into early June, the internship placement process will occur. Our program partners will arrange interviews with local organizations and companies based on each student's individual goals. Students will interview with one host company at a time. Ongoing interviews will continue with prospective internship site managers until there is a match between both the student and the host company. We guarantee all students an international internship placement. Visit ieo.ucla.edu/globalinternships to view our programs, dates and deadlines, funding resources, and more.
Perfect. So I hope I explained a little bit more about the process of what to expect. In just a very quick summary, you will be submitting your application and meeting with our partners, ECC Edu. So ECC Edu is our program, the one with the local contacts in Berlin, the one that will be securing your internship for you, and the one that will be learning a little bit more about your internship past experience, your goals, just to see if they can secure an internship for you. And they'll speak with us a little bit shortly. So if you are interested in applying, which I really hope you all are, the applications are now open up until November 27. This is not a first come, first served system application. We do take the time to review your application and take your advising call information. But with that said, we would encourage you to apply sooner than later. We do expect a large volume of applicants to submit either November 27 or the weekend of. If that is the case, you happen to be one of those applicants, what that means is that you can expect to have your advising call with the ECC Edu team closer to your final terms or final dates. So we want to make sure we avoid conflict, want to make sure you're able to focus fully on your finals. So because of that, we encourage you to submit your application just sooner than later. We have a helpful resource available to you all. Under each program page on a tab called Sample Internship Placements, you may find a PDF handbook of previous examples, internships that could be placed in Berlin. You have the opportunity to view more about that respective company, more about the responsibilities that are available to you. I do want to make a quick note that this is not an exhaustive list of everything that's available. It's just to give you a good sense of what could be offered in Berlin as a respective placement, as well as responsibilities. So with that said, I hope that's something that you are interested in considering when you are viewing your program choices, program options. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on now to our ECC Edu team. Thank you for joining us today, Jana, and take it on.
Thank you, Anna. It's my pleasure to be here, and thank you, all of you who have decided to join. So as you can see, my name is Jana. I'm responsible for partnerships here at ECC Edu, and I'm supported by two of my colleagues who are actually going to talk to you now because they have been to Berlin on numerous occasions. Binur has actually lived in Germany for several months, and I know it is embarrassing, but I only know the airport in Berlin, and one day I should go because it's only 4 hours from here, and I know I shouldn't admit it, but I'm gonna let the girls talk about Berlin because they have direct experience, but I hear it's wonderful, and I might actually go and visit you while you are there.
Okay, let me start. Hello, everybody. My name is Monica. It's great to be here with you. I know we have limited time, so I'm just gonna make it short and sweet. Berlin is bigger than Prague, but both cities are very similar to each other. Berlin has a fascinating history. It was a divided city by the wall. You can still see the remnants of the wall and several memorials there, which definitely creates a unique atmosphere. As Jana as Prague is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Berlin is as well. There are a lot of museums, a lot of historical landmarks to actually see. Art and culture. Berlin is a hub for art and culture. There are galleries, street art and graffiti art. It's all over the place. Berlin is very proud to have that. There are even tours that will take you through the city, focusing on graffiti, great food, very good coffee, wonderful shopping. It's a great walkable city, safe, full of events, festivals, activities, street food markets. It's a great place to visit. And I don't know if Binur wants to add something from her experience, but this basically described my experience with Berlin. I love the city.
Monica, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Binur. Monica actually mentioned all the features of Berlin, but having lived in Germany for almost 6 months, I would like to add a couple more things to that. So actually, Berlin has been a very student-friendly city in terms of several different aspects. So it's rich in terms of this culture and history, and you can find a lot of activities during summertime, as well as you can enjoy your time while you will be quite busy with your internships. Additionally, Berlin has been one of the most important tech hubs and startup valleys in these recent years. So if you are interested in attending some of these type of fairs or events, this would be a really nice opportunity for you to take in. And then lastly, a majority of the population actually speaks English quite well, so you will not have any language barrier here. So you will easily communicate with anyone and everyone around you, especially in the internship environment. It would be quite easy for you to connect and communicate with people and with your colleagues there. So we are excited. Actually, we would like to share further throughout our advising calls. Thank you very much.
Perfect. I might just add the connectivity of Berlin to other locations across Europe, so you can easily, during the weekends, travel to different locations. Prague was already mentioned, and there are certainly other places which you can go to by train, by bus, or by the numerous airlines, including low-cost airlines we have in Europe. So you don't have to stay in the city, you can venture out, and we would definitely recommend it. Okay, here I just wanted to add that the program is not going to be just about work. There is actually going to be a lot of fun. There is going to be a lot of fun that you guys will do on your own during the evenings or during the free weekends. And there will also be some organized cultural, social, and networking activities prepared for you by our team. So we're planning 2 weekend programs, basically one-day trips to cultural and historical sites outside of Berlin. So, for example, Potsdam and Dresden. Again, a rich history, culture, great cuisine, great drinks. And during the program, we will also organize several networking events and social gatherings, because while you will be at your internship company, we imagine that you would also like to increase your international network, both in terms of professional connections as well as friends. So we will give you as many opportunities as possible, and we hope you will take advantage of it. I'm not sure if transportation was mentioned. Again, Europe is known for easy public transport system in bigger cities. So that applies for Berlin as well. You'll be able to move around. It is a safe location, cosmopolitan, full of international people living there or tourists. So you don't have to worry about it. The weather should be good. Especially during the months when you travel there, not like now. And Anna, I believe we have covered as much as we could have in this limited time, so please continue.
Yes, thank you, Yana, Monica, and Bernard. I will add that I was in Berlin this past summer, and yes, as Yana was mentioning, weather would be amazing, very lots of sun, great time to just explore more about the city. So yes, thank you. We're going to go ahead and just speak a little bit more about the program funding options. The program total estimated costs are available on each program page. You will notice that there is a slight difference if you enroll in the 4 units or the 8 unit program. However, this estimated cost is it's listed all the expected expenses that a student is expected to incur on their program. That includes a round trip airfare, that includes transportation, meals, housing, insurance. This price could decrease or increase depending on your personal spending habits. However, just know that there are a lot of program funding options available to you. One of them could be UCLA financial aid. Financial aid does include scholarship, grants, and loans. So depending on how much you accept in that aid determines how much you would pay out of pocket. So let's say, for example, the total cost of your program is $12,000. You accept $6,000 in grants and you do not accept $6,000 in loans, then you would be responsible for paying those $6,000 before the program begins. In order to receive financial aid, you must apply for the 24 to 2025 FAFSA or Dream Up application. I believe the priority deadline is in March. However, when you are applying for the Global Internship Program, you will be asked if you intend to use financial aid. If you do intend to use financial aid, please indicate yes. This will prompt additional documents at a later time. If you indicate no, no further action will be required. However, you cannot go back and change that response. So just make sure you're indicating yes or no as appropriately. So just make sure you're getting the appropriate documents. I do want to reiterate, as I mentioned earlier, if you do intend to use financial aid, you must enroll in both courses to receive 8 units to be eligible for financial aid. There are a lot of scholarships that are available, a lot of free money that I would strongly encourage you to apply to if you are eligible. As many as possible, go ahead and do so. Our office, we offer the Global Internship Scholarship where students can earn up to $3,000. There's a lot of identity, merit, income-based scholarships out there. If you are a Pell Grant recipient, I strongly encourage you to consider applying to the Gilman Scholarship where you can earn up to $5,000. Like I mentioned, scholarships you do not need to repay them in any way. So free money is great money if you are eligible, please do so. A lot of scholarships are under applied to. I'm not saying that this guarantees you a scholarship if you apply, but it does increase your likelihood of being a recipient for any of these scholarships that you are eligible for. With that said, we do have a Global Internship Program Student Ambassador page. If you want to know more about a student experience, if you want to know more about tips for applying, tips for interviewing, more about what their experience was at a respective company, please feel free to connect with our ambassadors. They all participated this past summer 2023. So feel free to connect with them. They want to speak more about their experience. I will share that all of these students are Global Internship ambassadors, so they are recipients of the IEO scholarship. So if you want to know some tips and tricks about their application, perhaps if they're available to show their essays to you, great tool to just connect with their students and just learn a little bit more about their experience. With that said, that does conclude our presentations. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to connect with us. We do have our associate director's email on screen. However, I'll also enter my chats in the chat, my email. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, we can go ahead and address those now. I will go ahead and just stop the recording and get ready to address those questions.